Hi there, yo. I don't know if y'all can hear me. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Hello. I'm kind of sick, but I was like, I'm still gonna get an episode in because my sick voice is still sexy somehow. And if you have a kink for my sick voice, you know where to find my links. Yeah. Yo, welcome to the African Tantric Goddess Podcast Plus on Spotify, Apple, and more to come, I guess. This is Goddess Monesi. I woke up with a sore throat this morning and I'm just like, at least it's sunny and I can get a nice video in. I also, oh, ding ding ding. Somebody sent me a ring light from my throne wish list. So, on the upcoming dark days of the Netherlands, I will still have good lighting, y'all. But let's enjoy the natural sunlight today, okay? Period. Mother Earth came through. Um, I'm feeling amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I've had a stressful um the past 2 months, yeah, I've been like really stressful, and like since yesterday, I woke up feeling great, I guess. And even though I have a sore throat today, I'm still in a mood to film. So let's get into this topic for today, talking about kinks and fetishes. I know y'all have been waiting for this episode. I was planning it to be the second episode, but then like I had another episode that I liked. But yeah, I had another episode that I liked, and I had Wi-Fi problem this whole week. I still have a Wi-Fi problem, but we are managing and still editing through it. Um, but so I wasn't able to upload the video on the day it was intended to be, you know, posted. And it took a while, my guy, a while. So I am literally in the process of still uploading that same podcast episode, but it will drop for the upcoming week, and then this episode is after that one. And I hope y'all have enjoyed listening to that episode, even though it took 2 weeks to come out. It came out of the closet after 2 weeks, y'all. Um, um, I want to tap in with the kinks and fetishes because I have had some friends on IG who have asked me about different types of kinks and fetishes, and they wanted to know the tea. And since I am the tea spiller, okay, I'm gonna start like by naming different type of kinks and like a short definition to it, and just like if I do have some spicy story of like anything I've done, like that's in the list, I'm gonna drop some tea too. I'm like gonna say like I'm gonna start with my favorite kink, of course, which is money kink. I When I saw this on like kink list kind of thing, I was like, I'm trying to bring the mic closer. I was like, yeah, nigga, that's me. That's me, Money King, because I do really get turned on by, like, I'm not talking about just like money in general, but if like somebody offers me money, I'm like, yes, I am kind of turned on. But mannequin to a point where it's like something like luxury, or like, you know, something that holds kind of power, like in the capitalist like world kind of thing. So it's like, for example, let's say when like last year a guy offered me like a really nice day in the south of France, and like nice hotel by the sea. We went on like a yacht. I was shaking my ass on a yacht beach. Um, it was nice dinner and all, and it's like that shit turns me on. Like it turns me on. It's like for people who don't have this kink, they will maybe like get a gift or like some money and like, oh yeah, or like a vacation, and they will get happy because they experienced that, but they won't get like sexually aroused. So I do have the money kink. So you know how to get my attention, guys. Like, and I wanted to tap in, of course. Before we get deeper into the kinks, we have to like talk about BDSM. I say it like BDSM basically is where like everything falls under. So like if we dissect the word BDSM, B will be bondage, D dominance, S that's like domination, submission, and then M that's like sadism and masochism. So these are like under these like words there is different kinks and fetishes that fall under it, like under the umbrella of BDSM basically. And tapping into bondage, which I do enjoy, which is actually, how can I say it? I am a dom. I do consider myself a dom, and but I do enjoy being like in bondage. I have done some really crazy artistic tantric stuff where I was like in shibari and stuff, and like that shit, I like it. Would I enjoy tying up another person or like a submissive? Maybe, but it wouldn't be to the point where I'm doing a whole shibari thing. Maybe like handcuffs, but I like when it's me who's in bondage. I don't know why, but that's me. I think it's like I like being photographed in shibari. I think that's the reason why. Ever since I experienced that, here I am. That it turns me on. So, um, going into something that falls under the sadism and masochism umbrella, cock and ball torture (CBT). Yo, I like this one. I like this one. I actually would like to hold the keys of somebody's cage. That is something that I have been thinking about. I think mm, that's in my bucket list for sure. But other than that, I really do like putting pressure and like just fucking squeezing somebody's balls until, of course, there's like, there's limits to the shit. Like, y'all have to practice consent. So, practicing BDSM is the same way as practicing sexual intercourse, but it's just that BDSM doesn't necessarily involve any sexual activities, but it also has to be as consensual as sexual intercourse is. So y'all need to talk about the shit y'all like, the shit y'all don't like, and also y'all can communicate to know like pain level, if it's okay or not, and then of course it's a safe word when like you don't want shit to continue no more basically. And yeah, follow up with cuckolding. I'm also doing most of them in alphabetical order, so yeah, cuckolding. It's when it's like an erotic humiliation of like when a submissive enjoys watching their dominant partner getting fucked. That's about it. Bombo clat. I just dropped that one like rah. Next, dominant and submissive. Well, that's like in BDSM, like there's a dominant, there's a submissive, and there's all types of agreements. It depends which type of domination and submission it is, because also like it depends the gender also of who's the dominant and who's the submissive also plays a big role on the different. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting. Let me just get deep into it. So, of course, like in domination, you will have like the femdom, which is like a female dominatrix, and then you have like the male doms, and then you have also the findom, and fin sub, so financial dominatrix, financial submissive, and then also you can have situations where like also like the color of your skin or your ethnicity can also play a big role in as you as a dominant or you as a submissive. So if you're like an ebony dom, so basically like black goddess, um this like because we live in a world that is like this, unfortunately there's like gonna be a different, just w- mainly one type of um racial demographic who's gonna be like into you, and then same way if it's like everyone is sub and it's like a woman, and then if it's like a male though, same thing like. But we can do a whole. Actually, I'm gonna write this down. We can do a whole episode just on domination and submissive, and just I will just talk all my shit on there about the topic. Electro stimulation. I don't know if I ever wanna work with electricity when it comes to my subs, but most of the time it can be like a wand, like that's kind of stimulates electric shocks, electric shots. Taser, I'm not gonna tell you to go and get a taser and tase your subs. That's a weapon, please. We're not here to murder niggas. We're not going to jail. Let's avoid jail. We are pretty for jail. I'm not telling you to go and get that thing. I'm just saying, Violet wand. You can search that on the internet. Basically, there's literally any type of shit on there, and you can find different types with different intensities. Yeah, and also electrostimulation. In my opinion, I will also add sex toys like vibrators and stuff under it, because it is like the vibrations they do stimulate from electricity, and like if you have a toy and somebody else is holding the remote or whatever to the toy, they can control it to the and like your ana submission to them, because they are controlling the level of intensity, and also they are controlling your organs, basically going on to orgasm control. This can be done in a way of orgasm denial. Um, it can be done in a way of first orgasm. It can be done on a way of having your dick locked up in a cage. Okay, chastity cage. Y'all know what the fuck that is, please. If you don't know, it's a cage that's shaped in a form of a dick, and you can. It's like a way of keeping the dick from getting like erect. So I'm literally dropping the gems on here, okay? You need to tell your besties and whoever you know wants to like learn about this shit. This is the spots. This is where they need to come and join and listen while they're drinking their 4 p.m. tea, okay? Um, Next, I wanna touch on erotic humiliation. Erotic humiliation. I will say, um, it's like calling your submissive names. I don't. know what type of names y'all be using, but um, I do have one frequent sub who I do. No, okay. I said before I will never meet any of my subs in real life, but this sub was already in my life. Like that's how we met. We met in real life, so we just continued the dynamic we have in real life. But the subs who meet me online, of course, they will stay online. But um, yeah, like I would use words like good boy on him, or like just random words, if he's being annoying and grumpy and moody, I just call him bratty, or like stop being a slut, like shit like that. It can go to some levels depending on also the relationship y'all have together, okay? Just don't be calling somebody a slut and you just met them 5 minutes ago. Please build momentum into it. Um, I think the next one I'm gonna say, I feel like I should have put it at number one because that is me, like my whole like nature, if I can say that. But that is me. um, exhibitionism. That's me. I am naked 24/7. Literally, y'all see me with clothes on here. It's just like it's a lie. This is not me. I don't like wearing clothes, and it's like a kink that I do enjoy being seen naked of some sort, but also like if I'm with a person, with a partner, and like they do enjoy also being naked and get turned on, like that's gonna be the reason why like we engage in the sexual activity because we were both turned on from both being naked at the same time. I literally just ta 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 ra next. Findom, findom, findom. That should be number one too. I do have a lot of kings when it comes to finances and money. Uh, Please, I have to manifest that. Like the only way you get what you're gonna get is like you just act like as if you already have it. So yes, you want a rich man out of nowhere to just send you money. Act like as if they send you money every day. I don't care. Make it a habit of like making any man who's in your contacts or in your surroundings to just like offer you something every day, even if it's just like some dark chocolate, the cheapest dark chocolate from the grocery store, or if it's like €10, something like, and then you put yourself in that energy of already receiving stuff. Now you just have to manifest for like the big spender, and that's how I feel like for me. That's how I feel like Findom fits well with me because I do have already that mindset. I've already had it like since I was young, I'm not gonna lie, that as a black woman, I am owed reparations from men because if the government is not gonna give me my reparations, someone else might because there's some group of people who do benefit from the suppression of women, from the oppression of women, and from patriarchy, and that is men. So I feel like their only way for me to engage with a man anyhow, whether it's even just a friendship or to the level of a marriage or something, it has to involve financial gifts, properties under my name, um, business investments, okay, period. So it is what it is. It is what it is. I do. Oh my god, this other one I'm gonna say also. I wish I should have said this as number one because yeah, a girl do has many fetishes. Foot fetish. Talking about foot fetish. I just got my pedicure paid for. I mean, like, yeah, one of my subs gave me money for pedicure yesterday, so I'm gonna get my pedicure after this podcast episode. So, period. And even after, no, after this podcast episode, I have a client, and then after that, I go for my pedicure. So, like, more money be coming my way. This weekend, money has been just coming, and it's like grateful. Period. But we were talking about foot fetish. Let me get back to the foot fetish. Um, yeah, I do like my foot being worshipped. I had to show y'all my cute small feet. Number five, size 38, please. I any designer shoe that comes on your mind and you see size 5 or size 38 available, you have my contact and you know how you can gift me that shoe. Foot fetish is a way of worshiping someone's feet, and I don't want to go into topic about foot fetish, even though I've been talking about foot fetish for the past 2 minutes, because I have reserved a whole fucking episode for foot worship. So we will dive into the feet fetish world with that one. But just to make a short summary, is like somebody who enjoys worshiping someone's else feet. Gagging. Gagging. Do I have a gagging? I think most people do have, but I would say mainly men because when you have like, basically, yeah, men do have it because they do enjoy when you are gagging on their dicks. So, child. I'm saying child because the next one, golden showers and peace play. um, yeah, yeah, I do have an experience. This person just wanted me to pee on them, and he couldn't believe that he was in my presence because I'm a black goddess, period. And I was just like, he was willing to be submissive to me financially, so I'm like, sure. And yeah, it did work out great. But then you have to know most of these subs do not do not intend to like have subs for long term. Like the subs who stay long term is like the whale subs, but sometimes even them they just disappear for a while. But um, most of this sub relationships you'll have, they will be really short term. Sometimes it's even 2 weeks and it will end. But yeah, this sub was there for a while, and then when there was no more money coming in, I left. But yeah, basically somebody who gets the well, somebody who gets turned on by being peed on, literally. That's somebody who has a golden shower fetish. Hypno kink erotic hypnosis. Yo, honestly, I feel like I could do this. If imagine if I decide to be like some, I don't know, some psychic bitch. I don't know, something like that. And then like I add in like hypnotism into whatever teaching I get, and I can just be able to help most of my subs maybe work on their sexual trauma, but also hypnotize them to be mine forever. Yo, listen, a vibe. It's a vibe. Um, yeah, basically erotic hypnosis. It's it can be used as a way of really helping somebody heal through like their sexual traumas. But also, if you are a woman who is already in like a femdom mindset and you already like have been studying for a while how men's brain work, and you are a therapist or you do hypnosis shit, then I'm sure most of the women who are in that line of work, they know what they can do to make men do everything for them. I'm sure they are aware because women are smart, so I'm sure they are already aware and I don't need to say it. Next, impact play. Impact play is anything that involves spanking, whipping, everything that I enjoy doing on a white man, because I like seeing when like the there's like their skin is like a rainbow. You do something on their skin, it turns pink, it turns red, it turns purple, blue, anything. Also, it can be something like giving hickeys and biting. I do like biting my sub's neck. That's only if like he's praising me sexually, but other than that, nah, I wouldn't just go and bite his neck out of nowhere. No, like, please. There's this other one called cataptronophilia, which is when you enjoy watching yourself masturbate or watching yourself get fucked on a mirror. You know what I was gonna say? The ceiling mirrors. Period. Next, macrophilia. Macrophilia is something that has become popular in the past few years, and it's also in like categories of like so many clip sites for the DOMs who make clips and sell clips online. This one is like the giantess. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, the giantess fetish. That one, it's when there's a dom who is really like appears as a giant. This can be done through a lot of content. Also, if you're using AI to edit your shit, you can do it. And like there is sometimes it's like a toy of a man or like some smaller sculpture of a man, and like they play around that fantasy of like the man being really tiny and small and them being huge. So, yeah, it's a really famous thing lately. The next one I wanna tap into also falls into the foot fetish category, but I'm gonna go in depth in this one. It's the nylon and fishnet and latex fetish. So this can be done through wearing nylon leggings or fishnet stockings or like latex boots, anything that involves around like the legs and feet. This is where this fetish comes into, and it's a really popular kink. You will be very, especially when it comes to latex and fishnet, you'll be very shocked how many men are into that type of fetish. Really, I like doing fishnet ASMR as content. Really, I've sold a few before, and if you wanna see more fishnet and fit ASMR content, where you can find a girl content. Yeah, yeah. Praise kink is when you enjoy. I feel like I enjoy it even though I am a dom, being called a good girl. Like, yes, 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 you're a good boy too, but I'm a good girl. Yes. Oh my days. The next fetish I want to talk about is role play. This can be you playing a role as maybe doctor and patient, police and robber, whatever you come up with, and you go along with it, and like your sub is enjoying. Yes, Just do it. Do it. Hey, sadism and masochism. We actually talked about this, but we want to go in depth into it. Basically, I will say I also do fall in the sadist umbrella because I do enjoy giving pain and humiliating men. So, y'all, and I was also gonna say that as a sadist, I don't know if you say sadist or sadist. Maybe it's sadist. Yeah, wow. Ding, ding, ding. I'm waking up. Sorry, it's a Sunday, y'all. um, as a sadist, I really do enjoy, like, especially when I'm, like, let's say on the phone or like texting to one of my white subs. I'm just like, they want a humiliation shit. I'm gonna give them that. They will have to praise me, and I'll have to humiliate them and tell them how much they are a white little piece of shit. And I will make them repeat black women are superior, even if it's 1,000 times. That's their job for the whole session we have. And when you finish their 1,000 times, maybe, maybe they get arrested, but already by that time I've already come up with more humiliation tactics. So I don't give them a break. But yo, this was the Kings and Fetishes episode. It finally dropped. Thank you for listening to the African Touchy Goddess plus podcast. I am Goddess Pregnancy, your Kenyan body. You can just hear my hair, yeah? Even that is a kink now. If somebody wants to buy content of me just playing with my hair ornaments, you know where to find me. My social links are in the description, and you can also just find me anywhere Goddess Monesi X IG etc etc etc. I will be back next week for sure. We are not going to be having any Wi-Fi problems after this. I beg, oh, and yeah, y'all.